Hello. I felt like doing something different today, actually. I was finishing watching Batman 1989. I was like, I've pretty much watched 90, I would not 90, a good 80% of all superhero movies ever made, and I felt like actually doing a ranking on it. There are like some I never watched, but for the most part, I've watched a lot. So I'm just gonna do this, I guess. Incredible Hulk, D. I still remember it, which is better than most of the MCU. I like the scene where he says, "You don't, you won't like me when I'm hungry." But the rest was like stupid. Ed Norton is like, he doesn't have an ounce of anger in his body. Well, no, wait a minute. He was in Fight Club. I never watched that. But Ed Norton's just like too stupid. Spider-Man. That's not the right category. Fucking like A. I love I love Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, dude. It's a little weird where it has like a few Raimi isms, which are like fucking weird, like the blowing up skeleton thing. But other than that, I really liked it. It's a good movie. I love Spider-Man so much. X2 haven't. Oh, wait, is that X? Oh, X-Men. Actually, weirdly enough, haven't watched X-Men at all. Not at all. None of it. Not once. Which is very fucking weird considering the amount of I've watched like basically every other X-Men movie. I've watched X2. I haven't watched X3, but everything else, I watched X-Men Origins Wolverine. I watched all of that shit. Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3? Well, I'm going to go on the assumption that this is Iron Man 2 cuz it shows what's it called but still D. I mean, that movie is fucking stupid. It was literally just Iron Man 1 again. Nothing was in it. I mean, Whiplash was like stupid, you know. Avengers, I think it was a C. I really didn't like the Avengers. I mean, honestly, I even when I rewatched it after I've seen like most of the movies, I don't think it's that good. I mean, it's fine. It's cool. I just think like Infinity War and shit was way cooler. You know, it's better than Age of Ultron, but it's like, it's fine. I really don't think it was like that good. It was cool seeing it. I mean, it was cool it didn't suck or anything, which is very hard to do, but Iron Man 3, fuck yeah, I love Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 gets an A. I don't understand why people hate Iron Man 3, dude. Iron Man 3 was fucking awesome. That was one of he's like he's given stakes. He's depowered ish through most of the movie. He uses his fucking brains. He uses half suit fights. He has like the multi suit fight at the end, which is just awesome for his character. And I don't even think there's anything in like the comics that ever did anything like that cool. And just oh, I I I I I genuinely don't understand why people hate Iron Man 3 for the stupid the Mandarin twist. I mean, it was I loved it. I fucking I love Iron Man 3. That's like one of the few MCU movies that I think stands along with Iron Man 1. I think Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 3, take out Iron Man 2, just Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 3. Those like quintessential superhero movies you have to watch. I loved Iron Man 3. I don't love it more than Spider-Man 1 or 2, but I thought it was fucking solid. I mean, there's a few weird MCU moments but for the most part, at the end where he's just like he blows up all the suits and he's like, you know what, I'm who I am. But I mean, obviously they retcon it, so he's in the Avengers or whatever. But I just standalone, like it was pretty good. Thor: The Dark World, F. I don't even know why I watched that one. Civil War, like D. I don't fucking like Civil War. It was retarded. You knew no one was gonna die. I like T'Challa in it, but T'Challa and Spider-Man, but they were in there for like 5 minutes. The movie was gay. Nothing happened because of it. Elektra, weirdly enough, I haven't seen that. Considering the amount of shit I watch, the amount of like shit movies I watch, I haven't seen Elektra. Uh, in the Spider Verse, obviously S fucking like. I mean, what is there else to say? I mean, it's like if you even remotely like Spider-Man, it'll be fucking awesome. But at the same time, I fuck the part 1 and part 2 movie that's coming out. Honest to God, fuck that. That is just so retarded, and I hate it. I just make it like make it a 4-part miniseries. I hate when movies do that. It's so stupid, especially an animated one where they could clean it up. So dumb. But the first movie is good. Love it. Age of Ultron, F. Fuck it. Don't even fight me. Who the fuck remembers Age of Ultron? Nobody. Nobody remembers Age of Ultron. I don't even know what the fuck happened in Age of Ultron, really. It was just gay. All of it was stupid. There was no part in the movie aside from the beginning which was like cool at all. I saw that one in theaters too. I wish I could get my money back. Thor Ragnarok, it was the first B. I think it was. I thought it was funny. It finally turned Thor into not a shit fucking character, and it sucks that he's literally gonna die in like probably like 4 months from now or whatever, and he's gonna be replaced with female Thor because he never had a chance to shine, man. I mean, it sucked. He was good for one fucking movie, and then that's it, and he's gone. But I thought the movie was enjoyable. It was definitely more memorable than like most of the MCU schlock, but I thought it was very above average. Like if you were to ask me like I have to pick the MCU, that's like the only Thor movie I would definitely still recommend it. Avengers Infinity War, definitely A. The fact that the only like that's one of the few ones like having 10 plus years of movies put into one very well crafted movie is just good. Love it. You can't. I don't care. I hate a lot of things, but you cannot talk shit about Infinity War and Endgame. I like that. Oh, Amazing Spider-Man 2 F. Stupid fucking movie. I hate that one. That one's so goddamn awful. He's holding the he's holding the plane cord while he's being dangled off of a fucking cord in a plane. I mean, it says itself. I am the rhino, and then he turns into like a fucking mechanized rhino. You forgot my birthday in another dimension, Spider-Man. Stupid. I'm glad that I'm so glad that they fucking fixed him in No Way Home because Amazing Spider-Man 2 is like, I think it's the only one that lost money actually at the box office, which is fucking weird. But don't even watch it. Amazing Spider-Man, like, I guess D. It's like it's not even fucking I mean, it's like what the hell is the point? It was a reboot of like the fucking Raimi verse, like 5 years, probably even less when it came out. It wasn't. It was fine. The only reason why I want Amazing Spider-Man 3 is because Andrew Garfield clearly is in love with the character, but Amazing Spider-Man, no. Amazing Spider-Man is not a good enough move. I mean, it's a fine like 51%. His uncle being the dude from what's it called? Apocalypse Now is like so stupid, man. Having like the 40-minute scene where he has to basically kill Uncle Ben again is just dumb, and he doesn't even bring it up. Oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah, I've actually watched this. Fuck Ant-Man and the Wasp. Weirdly enough, I was delivering Uber at today, and there was a fucking clip of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I literally like fucking shoot me if I have to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp again. Honestly, fucking shoot me. So fucking bad. Ant-Man. It was a C. Yeah, it was a C. I liked that. This is probably the only MCU movie that has a justifiable reason why they never contacted the Avengers. Ex-Convict. It was cool. It was a fine kind of a heist movie. I wish they had the original director on it because he did like Shaun of the Dead, which is just hilarious, you know. But as it stands, you know, it's Ant-Man. You know, you know, it's whatever. Oh, Aquaman, haven't seen that shit. Endgame, like I said, definitely. Uh, I mean, speaks for itself. The 1950 Batman? Okay, well, I have seen it. I've watched it. I don't remember anything about it. I don't think it's fair for me to put something I haven't watched. Batman and Robin. D. But like it's a good recommendation. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. This is why Superman works alone. It's so fucking weird. That entire saga is like some of the most retarded shit. After two, like Returns Forever and Robin has got to be some of the stupidest fucking movies ever. The fact that it from Batman Returns and then Batman Forever it recasted fucking as Val Kilmer. He was in one movie, they dropped it, but they kept the fucking Robin from the last movie who was like 18 years old. And I mean, it's so stupid. I hate Batman Forever too, by the way. I'm just saying, like, at least Batman and Robin will be like I mean, it'll be hilarious at least. At least it'll be funny. It's still a bad movie, and it did kill the Batman thing. But I mean, George Clooney is like fucking. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that they fucking casted George Clooney as Batman. You know. Is this Batman Begins? You know, I actually don't. I give this like a B, more like a C plus. I didn't really like Batman Begins. I mean, it was a fine movie. I like the realism bit. I think that's. But other than that, it really wasn't that good. I mean, it was fine. You know, like I said, it being a realistic superhero movie like akin to Watchmen was pretty nice. It was refreshing considering a lot of these are like you know, barely believable, not believable at all, unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. No one turns into a giant green man. I mean, unbelievable. You know, it's a fine movie. If I mean, I think regular people would like Batman Begins who aren't invested in superheroes and want to get invested in the character. I think it is a good setup point for The Dark Knight, but it's just fine. I really don't like Batman Begins all that much, but I still think I would if you held me at gunpoint and said what is a better crafted movie, Batman Begins is way better. Batman Forever, fucking F. Oh my god, I hate Batman Forever. That movie's so fucking boring. I don't know. Val Kilmer is not Batman. He's retarded. Fucking why is Jim Carrey the Riddler? I mean, it is just so stupid. I don't recommend it. I mean, maybe like look up the clips of the Riddler online because it makes. I mean, fucking Jim Carrey, like the dude who did The Mask. You know, Batman Returns. I liked Batman Returns a lot. I watched this VHS to. I would say like again C plus. Yeah, I liked it. It was a bit weird. They had a few weird things, but you know, whatever. It's Batman Returns. I think it was fine. I definitely liked it better than Batman. I did not. Well, C minus for that. I did. If fucking what's his name? Jack, Jack Nicholson. If Jack Nicholson was not Joker, that movie would be an F for me, man. Oh my god, it was boring the shit out of me. I mean, Jack Nicholson was awesome in it, but other than that, I mean, it definitely was like of its time. It's too old, 1989. It's just way too old for me personally. Haven't seen the DCEU for that. Haven't seen that. Oh, Black Panther, dude, that movie's a fucking like. It was like a D. It's fine. It's literally it's like all these Wonder it has like one redeeming quality about it, and that's like fucking Killmonger was awesome. I loved Killmonger. He was like he fucking beats the crap out of T'Challa in every. I mean, he's cool. I don't know why that they just replaced him. I mean, it was stupid. His plan was way cooler. I mean, again, he's like unjustifiable, but yeah, hey, you know what? He's a man who got in there, he got the shit done, and he fucking did it. You know, I respect that. I like that in superheroes. Oh, Blade 2? Oh, fuck, yeah, Blade 2 is, well, I would say B+. Plus. Same, well, Blade Trinity fucking sucks. Hell yeah, I mean, dude, you gotta watch Blade. Blade's like another one where, okay, I like Blade. Okay, probably controversial, but I think I like Blade. I don't like Blade 2 that much more. I think the thing is Blade was like the movie I watched first, so when I watched it, it just made a much better impression on me, especially when it was like, that's what you get for people are always trying to ice skate backwards uphill. Or no, he doesn't even say it. He says motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate backwards uphill, like stupid. But I mean, they need to make more movies like that, man. Wesley Snipes. If they are recasting Blade, and I don't fucking care. Wesley Snipes is Blade. I mean, I don't care that he even closed his fucking eyes and refused to open them in Trinity. That motherfucker is Blade. Anyone else, it's a pretender, man. I don't understand. Blade 1 and Blade 2 were awesome, and then Blade Trinity sucks. But I mean, what were you expecting? Captain America. I don't know. I don't fucking like Captain America 1. It's boring. Winter Soldier's all right. Winter Soldier's all right though. Winter Soldier's pretty cool. But Captain America 1, like, oh my god, it's like watching Thor 1. It makes you want to fucking take a gun to your head. It's so boring. I mean, at least like at the end, Incredible Hulk. There was a fucking cool ass fight scene, and Captain America. Oh my god, it's just fucking make me go to sleep. You know, Winter Soldier was way cooler though. I like that. That was a good concept of having two of them together, and it wasn't like forced. You know, she was a good like 10% of the movie, and it was fine. I liked it. It's cool. Captain Marvel F. Fuck anyone who says this movie is not an F. It's seriously that fucking bad. It's dumb. Brie Larson is a fucking one of the shittiest actors ever. Uncharismatic, boring, fucking stupid. Black Widow needed a movie before her, and she comes in dumb. And she's getting a second movie. I mean, oh my fucking god, what a waste. Catwoman. It's funny. So that's what the thing is. Watchability for me. Well, then what would I put Trinity up? I think it just I hate Trinity more because it fucked up Blade 1 and Blade 2, and I like Blade 1 and Blade 2. Like the rest of these are all just like, I mean, these are all shit movies. Blade Trinity is probably at least more watchable for how funny it is. Catwoman's more watchable than Blade Trinity though, if you get what I mean. Oh, Chronicle? Dude, I didn't know they put this on here. Fucking B. Solid B. They did the one scene of him crushing the car with his mind. That alone puts it into B tier, man, because they don't do stuff like that anymore. I really liked it. Cool characterization. I thought I thought it was cool. I mean, it was. It's just that one. I'm not even gonna spoil it. Like, if you wanna anything, man, you know what? Fuck it. I liked Chronicle that much. I would say I'm putting it in A tier. These are like, this is like a movie you gotta watch, man. I loved Chronicle. Chronicle was so cool, man. You know, because it's unaffiliated superhero movies where you don't have to worry about like, and you know, there's actual stakes. You know, unlike these where this was untested, but in, you know, the rest of these, like Iron Man 2, is Iron Man 2 gonna die? No. Is Andrew Garfield gonna die? Is Batman or Robin gonna die in Batman and Robin? No. Is Black Panther gonna die in his first movie? No. Like Chronicle won't spoil it, but I mean, there's some actual stakes in there. Daredevil, oh dude, fucking at D for at least watchability, because the how can you Evanescence Bring Me to Life is in there. Bullseye is hilarious. I mean, Black Kingpin, what before it was like funny before it was standard to recast everybody as like a different race was funny. There was a lot of cool scenes where he like has no blindness. I mean, they fight on that stupid teeter totter. It's cool. I like Daredevil. Not a good movie, but at least watchable. Oh, Dark Knight Rises. Hell yeah, that's like a superhero movie you gotta watch. Same with these are two like you gotta watch them. Fucking what else is there to say? I'm not even gonna say anything else. I mean, good movie. Deadpool, I'd say it's more like a B. I really don't think it was like, like Deadpool has become such I don't know how to say this in like a mean way, but Deadpool has become such a normie fucking character that it's like it makes me want to cringe, where it's just like, oh, chimichangas. I think, although at the very least Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, anyone else who casts him is not fucking Deadpool. And I appreciate the dedication he took from taking him from X-Men Origins Wolverine and turning him into like, Deadpool, and he's actually the Deadpool, and I like that. I think it's a much more solid movie than Deadpool 2, which I still would probably put in B tier, but I think that Deadpool is. The thing is, though, is that with the Fox acquisition, I think that Deadpool is now in a state where after Deadpool 3, which I think that they were contractually obligated to make, I think that Deadpool is a dead character, because they're gonna make him that PG-13, and it sucks. It sucks that his, film franchise basically got, cut at the kneecaps. But I thought that Deadpool was definitely uh, okay. If A is something you have to watch, these are like ones that I'd say watch after these. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't say you'd watch these right after. Put Deadpool in like a B plus, like basically A, but I don't think it was that good. I mean, the main villain, I can at least remember his name, which is better than 99% of these. Ajax. I thought it was stupid because he has like immortality basically. You know. So like I said, solid B. Doctor Strange, fucking boring. Oh my god, you couldn't honestly. I watched this movie less recently than Deadpool, and I cannot tell you fucking anything that happened in it aside from the visual effects. Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, probably like D plus. It wasn't that fucking bad. I mean, it was fine. And then Fantastic Four. See, this is where you need like the pluses and minuses. Probably like C minus, D plus. I mean, these movies are fine. I don't think that they were ever that bad though. The thing is that in the 2000s that they were able to take risks, and what I like about Fantastic Four is that they don't get along. They argue. They fucking have like they don't get along. And that's like a major thing that's missing in a lot of these movies is that everyone gets along like it's no fucking issue. And in Fantastic Four and Rise of the Silver Surfer, they fight. You know, they aren't perfect movies. I mean, I wouldn't tell you to watch that. I mean, only if you're bored. But like, they're not that bad. I think that the Fox universe gets a bad rep because of the MCU existing now. But I don't think that they're that bad, honestly. They're fine. You know. Fanforstic F. I saw this with my girlfriend. Oh my god, what a shitty fucking movie. What a stupid fucking movie. I am weirdly enough, I never hated that Michael B. Jordan was Johnny Storm. I never thought it was bad. I don't know what. I think that is what started it, where people were like, "Oh my god, a black dude's playing Johnny Storm," and it's like, I get it for major. I mean, if it was like, I mean, it's like these like Fantastic Four. Honestly, no one knows who the Fantastic Four is. No one. They're like they used to be popular, but now no one knows who they are. I think that Johnny Storm As long as Michael B. Jordan does a good job, it's fine. But any character like Superman can't be black. You know, like, he's like a C tier character. I mean, the Fantastic Four are like a C tier thing. So a C tier compatriot is like, the Thing is probably the only one that people know. You know, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, and like D. Ghost Rider, D. Fine, they're both fine. Nicolas Cage is like the stupidest fucking choice. I really hope he's in Multiverse of Madness, but still, it's like stupid fucking movies. Glass, haven't seen it. I did watch Unbreakable though. Green Hornet, that's something I haven't seen. Green Lantern. Yikes. There's a reason why it's in the Deadpool movie. I'm surprised they were able to get that for Deadpool. It's honestly pretty funny that Warner Brothers allowed that joke. Yeah, do you really want me to talk about fucking Green Lantern? No. Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely same level as Deadpool. You know, I thought it was really good, but I haven't watched it in a while. So definitely put it in like B plus tier. I really like James Gunn. You know, I think it's a fair comparison. He took like an F tier series and made it cool. I think he's one of the few characters that Peter Quill and the rest of them deserve to be Quill, because they're like an F list tier superhero gang, and they're like, oh man, you know, we're cool and we're trying to, you know, and no one takes them seriously. I think that's cool. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, like like a C. It's fine. It's stupid. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is probably just be as mediocre as Guardians 1. It's like no one cares, you know. It's like after the first one, it was like, who's he gonna find this time? His grandmother? You know, it's dumb shit. You know, dumb shit. I didn't like it. He gave up his powers. You know, that he killed his mother. Like, why would you even tell him that? Blah blah blah. Dumb. Hancock, fucking hell yes. Hancock is like fucking awesome. You don't even have to watch the whole movie. Just watch the first like 45 minutes of it. That movie's fucking awesome. I love Hancock. It really was fucking awesome. Loved Hancock. I don't think I want to spoil it because like, you know, many people haven't watched it. It came out the same year as Iron Man, actually. Hellboy, haven't watched it. Hellboy 2, haven't watched it. I do plan on watching it though. I do plan on watching it. Well, I think I'm just gonna skip this and put Thor in the F. Oh no. But we're putting Thor in F tier. Hulk, Ang Lee Hulk. Oh, dude, that movie was really. I would say we're putting it like over here because Ang Lee Hulk, fucking the visual design of it, man. I mean that was enough to keep me entertained. I liked that, and technically I consider it MCU canon because this was right before Incredible Hulk. I mean, they're like the same place in South America. I consider it to be, but whatever. I liked Ang Lee's Hulk. It was fine, definitely watchable. It's in this tier of like, I think that it's above average, but this is like almost background. This is background noise. You get what I mean? Like, this shit, aside from Batman and Robin, is like background noise. And this shit I wouldn't even put on my fucking TV. Incredibles 2, I watched that recently. I think it was fine. Again, you know what? These fucking companies making like remakes and sequels to this shit. Like Incredibles 1, which we'll put up, is like fucking, consider that like B plus. I almost put it in A tier in my opinion because it's like, it just needs to be a one off. It's good. You know, it's a good 1950s, just, you know, who doesn't know about the Incredibles? They're like, you know, who doesn't know about the Incredibles? They're good. I like it. It's just, hey, you know, it's good. Iron Man, fuck yeah. If you have to watch anything in superhero fiction, it's got to be Iron Man. Fucking hell yeah, dude. Iron Man's awesome. It's cool that I mean, it was a good movie. You can't fucking knock it down. You cannot. knock knock it down. Whatever. It's a good fucking movie. Love Iron Man. Everyone's seen Iron Man. There's no point in talking about it. Justice League F. We're not counting the Snyder cut. Kick-Ass 2 F. Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass is like a C. I thought it was okay. Kick-Ass 2 just fucking sucks. Kick-Ass was fine though. I like that it was a good, mid-tier superhero movie. It's weird that his dad dies and he like immediately doesn't give a shit. So, I still recommend it. Lego Batman movie? Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Lego Batman's B for Lego Batman because fucking hell yeah. Who doesn't love Lego Batman? Love all those Lego movies, dude. Lego Batman was, it was. I like that it had more like dark and referential humor than a lot of the other ones do. So Lego Batman's pretty solid. Logan is one of the few that occupies S tier. I'm not even gonna spoil it. It's upsetting that they are going to recast Hugh Jackman because he is Wolverine. There is nothing you can say. He is Wolverine. Shut the hell up if you think otherwise. That's the problem with the X-Men verse is like half the movies are fucking incredible and half the movies are fucking dog shit and there's no in between. And dude, I mean the X-Men are like fucking awesome. I love that. I again, like I said, it's half of them are dog shit, half of them are awesome, and Logan is one of the ones that's like fucking incredible. They came out at the same time as Deadpool 2, and it sucks that they got bought up by Disney because they're just gonna be, oh man, if you think Logan or Deadpool will ever come out of the MCU, you're fucking retarded. It's never gonna happen. It's gonna be, oh man, it's gonna be Iron Man 2 forever. I haven't watched Superman. Oh, what the fuck is Nacho Libre? We're not even counting that. Megamind, yeah, it's going in like A tier. You know why? Megamind's fucking awesome. He's a supervillain turning good. That doesn't happen very much. I It was cool. I mean, who hasn't watched Megamind? But anyway, Megamind is a good movie. I like that the twist is for Titan being evil. He's gained superpowers and he's like the worst person to gain superpowers. It's cool. He turns into a hero, and it's nature versus nurture. It's a lot more deep and complex than like Civil War, Iron Man 2, a Catwoman, fucking Thor: The Dark World. It really is a good movie, even though it looks like it's made for kids. Deadpool 2, like I said, it's. Oh wait, no, I'm at B. Like I said, this is one where it's like, after a while, it's almost in you don't pay attention to it. But Deadpool 2, at the very least, the X-Force joke is I cannot believe that they went through with that. That was fucking hilarious. I love the X-Force. And they brought back characters, even like super obscure characters like Zeitgeist and Paul, and they just get sucked into like a wood chipper, and he tries saving him, he vomits on him. Funny, love it. But again, after Deadpool 3, oh, the Punisher, oh, say it's a C. I respect it, but it's not really that good of a movie. The Punisher, oh dude, this one gets a fucking. This one is highest on C tier. Honestly, don't even watch it. Just watch the Punisher versus the Russian because they do not make fight scenes like that anymore. And that fight scene was awesome. That's all I remember from it. But you know what? That 2 minute scene has made a lasting impact on me because I think that is one of the greatest superhero fights ever. Like the Punisher versus Russian alone is better than like 90% of these movies now's fight scenes because it's a clear, not jump cutty fight where they keep punching over and over again. Good. It's a good fight scene, and that sometimes there's scenes in movies that just elevates it, and that is a scene that elevates it. Seriously, it's that good. I like the Punishers versus Russian that much. I put it into that scene, honestly. Oh, and Warzone. Oh, dude. Okay, never mind. Warzone. I would say Warzone's way more enjoyable than that fight scene. But yeah, if you know what, fuck anyone. I don't understand why the Punisher has been raked through the coals in all these movies. Apparently, the Punisher, and the Punisher all have like 28 on Rotten Tomatoes, and honestly, fuck that. It is not as bad, especially Warzone. If you can't stomach those two Punishers, I think anyone who is a man will love Warzone. It's just stupid violence. Jigsaw is stupid. You know, they just kill each other. Newman is his informant. Just, I mean, fucking Punisher just punches a dude so hard. He has like just superpowers for no reason. He's throwing people through buildings. It's dumb, but it's fun. And I would rather have a dumb, fun movie over a dumb trying to be serious movie, you know. So actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm putting it into B tier. You better watch fucking Warzone, dude. Shazam. Actually haven't seen that one yet. I plan on seeing it. Sucks I haven't seen it. Oh, yeah, well, here. Let's get this one in the right category here. There's nothing more to say. It's my favorite superhero movie ever. It shows to me that this is the quintessential reason why heroes are heroes. Peter Parker and this is why I will never accept anyone else being Peter Parker, because Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker is just such a perfect casting role. If you got someone like Leonardo DiCaprio, or honestly Andrew Garfield in his universe, is way too good looking. He's way too fake awkward. Same with Tom Holland. They're fake awkward. Andrew Garfield in No Way Home redeemed himself, and if they make him like that, then I will at least give him a little leeway. But the fact that he's had the two movies where he was shit will never make him as good as Tobey Maguire's character in Spider-Man 2. I love Spider-Man 2. It's such a good concept of the hero giving up. We don't have that in any of these movies. The hero gives up. And it shows that Spider-Man gets beaten down for like 40 minutes, and then he has he sees what it is like to be free of Spider-Man and to be a regular man. And he is brought into it again, and he could have left, but you know what? He is a real legitimate superhero. That's why Spider-Man will always be in the top 3. He will be an icon forever because of how good his portrayal is in these movies. And I think that Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I really think that these people will, in film class, they will just dissect these movies. And I think Spider-Man 2 is like, if you have one movie that you hate, if you had to show your mom these. This is like, I know it's, I guess, an over exaggeration, but it's like a Citizen Kane of Spider-Man movies. It's like the top one. You know, it shows what it's like to be a real hero. It shows real stakes. All these other movies are like, you know, they're at no personal cost to their character. That's why I think No Way Home would be it would be right up, here, dude. It seriously is. It's why Spider-Man works so well as a character, and other characters will never be as relevant, you know? Like Green Arrow, who fucking cares? There's Spider-Man, I think, is even more popular in my personal opinion. I think Spider-Man's more popular than Superman or Batman. I think that they're just like Batman and Superman are more just, they're popular because of their iconic status. I think Spider-Man is one where he's good because he is just a good, well-written character. Because I think people, and it's also the fact that Spider-Man has had like he's had 3 recastings, and I don't know if you're counting like I mean, he's had a ton of TV shows, but for the most part, I consider when I think of Spider-Man, seriously, I think of Tobey Maguire. I don't think of anyone else because Tobey Maguire is just he's like the perfect casting. I mean, there are a few problems with it, obviously. I'm not saying it's like a perfect movie or anything, but like it's the definition of why people like heroes because he gets shit on, shit on, shit on. I mean, look, do you think like any of these other movies like in Thor does he get shit on? No. In the Amazing Spider-Man 2, does he get shit on? I mean, technically he has like one scene, which the scene is cool, but Ant-Man and the Wasp, does he get shit on? No. Does Ant-Man give up and think, wow, this would be a better life for me? It's like it's insane that still a movie from I still think that these movies, Spider-Man will always be better than anything the MCU puts out. Spider-Man 2, it will be. There's nothing that they can do because they are still so restrictive. Uh, let's see. I guess bottom of B tier. I really, again, I think that Tobey Maguire's and Sam Raimi Peter Parker is like that. That is definitive Spider-Man. I would put No Way Home. Uh, like I said, No Way Home is right here. I think that Spider-Man is still not his first 2 movies. I think if they had a similar movie to the first 2 movies, it would be right here. I do not like his portrayal in the first 2 movies. Oh, we don't have it. But it's because he was like Iron Man Jr. and then in the last one he redeemed himself. So these are retroactively better, but I still on their own because I was, if I watched them all 3 at once, I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, yeah," but I still think that, B Spider-Man 3 probably controversial, but I still think it's A only for the fact that only for the fact that the intention alone puts it up. And I know that it's like, bullshit or whatever to say, oh man, you're going to base it on intentions. But if he was given his own vision, I still think that there would be Spider-Man 4, man. Seriously. The thing is that we don't have that. It's like, that's why I think Spider-Man 3, I see exactly what he's going for. Spider-Man 3 was like Spider-Man 2 in the fact that this is what happens when your ego gets to you, and we don't have any other. I mean, there is no other example of a character being a fucking asshole. I mean, he slaps Mary Jane. He fucking pushes her down, you know. It's not perfect. It's kind of weird at the end, but I still think that based on the ideas alone, I do like Spider-Man 3, and I am biased because I love the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I think they're still just amazing. I again, this one's a controversial, I get it, pick. I am not saying that it's a good movie because I know that people are going to be like, "Oh man, did you know how Spider-Man 3 was so good?" It's not a good movie. I like it for the sheer fact that I'm biased. I like Sam Raimi. I love Tobey Maguire. I love the idea of him being a fucking asshole. Because we don't get that. Again, all these other characters, like Deadpool's probably the closest one who'd be a real asshole, and Hancock actually, but like Guardians of the Galaxy, he's not a fucking asshole. They'll get together at the end. Spider-Man, he's not an asshole. He was never once mean to anyone. You know, it's like Incredibles 2. Do you think they're really mean to each other? No. That's what I like about Spider-Man 3. If he just had his own vision, man, if he could be alone, oh, Suicide Squad F. The Suicide Squad was cool though. Haven't seen any of these Supermans actually. Have I not seen any of them? Wait, yeah, that's true. I haven't seen Man of Steel. I haven't seen any of the Superman live action movies. That's insane, isn't it? Unbreakable. B minus 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 minus. I like Unbreakable. It's good enough. It's still yeah, B minus 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 C plus plus plus. I really like it. If you haven't seen the twist, definitely watch it. It was a bit long. It was a bit the colors are a bit muted in the movie and it's kind of weird, but you know what? Realism in superheroes done right. It was by a guy who honestly never really even did superhero movies. I don't know what uh, M Night Shyamalan's opinions are on comic books, but I liked Unbreakable. I mean, Glass was a piece of shit apparently, but Unbreakable was a good movie, fairly solid. It feels like a good indie movie, you know. Venom, oh my god, I fucking love Venom, but it's not a good movie. This is complete. This one is complete bias. I like Venom, and I like Venom. Let There Be Carnage. I probably put it in the exact same spot. The only reason is because Venom is a fucking loser, and they don't. That's another thing that they don't show. He's a fucking loser. That's exactly what happens in. It's what happens in Spider-Man 2, but in a worse extent, where he's just a fucking loser, especially in Let There Be Carnage. Like his wife isn't with him at the entire time of Venom, and Stanley even comes back like, "Oh, you'll get him, Tiger." And then in Venom 2, they're just not together. And the fucking the new husband gets like literally engaged, and Venom's like, "Yeah, Dan, I love Dan." It was so cool. I loved it. I love that Eddie is still living in a shit run down apartment, barely making any money. It's funny. It's cool. Eddie and Venom argue in Let There Be Carnage, and I like it. I like that Venom was like, "You're a loser, Eddie, like me." You know, it's fun. Definitely fun. But again, these two are complete biases. I do not take those as literal, but I really enjoyed Venom. Oh, Watchmen? Oh yeah, never mind. This is one movie that s fucking. You have to watch the director's cut though. So, Watchmen is probably my favorite comic book ever. I'm not a man to rewatch things, and these four are things I've rewatched numerous times. Watchmen I've probably watched more than Spider-Man. I've watched Watchmen 3 times. I've read the book twice. I've watched the HBO series. I did not read before Watchmen, but I did read Doomsday Clock. It's because the movie is like 85% Watchmen, and I still think that even with the weird Zack Snydery slow motion break hands thing, Watchmen is still like, honest to God, I don't know why people don't love Watchmen. I think it's because it goes against nearly every one of these movies being hopeful and positive. It's a very well deconstruction of superheroes, and most of the time I think Watchmen is what made the comic book industry what it is today. I mean, it's seriously one of the greatest. If you don't like Watchmen the movie, I still that is like a piece of fiction. It's not even a. That's why I hate saying the word comic book sometimes, because I think things like that are non-connected, especially like Watchmen, it's a non-connected thing. It could exist in its own universe, and before Watchmen is not canon. The HBO series is not canon. Doomsday Clock is not fucking canon. I don't care what anybody says. Watchmen is Watchmen. Nothing else exists. You know, and uh, just everything about it is such a good book that even a frankly not that good. What's the word? It's not that accurate. it's not. The thing is Watchmen's realistic. That's the main part. Is like take out if they just took out the slow motion weird breaking hands beatdown physics, perfect, man. It's a great. It's like a mix. It's a perfect mix. Alan Moore is such a good writer that half of his shit in these comic books and these TV series is his. Just the idea at the ending is just such a good. Like who are you as a person? Do you think Rorschach is the hero or Ozymandias is the hero? It's a great movie. I mean that is one where it needed to be 3.5 hours long. Uh, it's a good goddamn story. It's a perfect graphic novel. The movie is like not perfect, but all the casting. Dr. Manhattan is whoever the guy who voices Dr. Manhattan. I mean, no one else can fucking replace him. Rorschach is Jackie Earl Haley. No one else is. Comedian is whoever comedian is. Silk Spectre is whoever Silk Spectre is. Dan and slash Night Owl. Their casting decisions are perfect. Watchmen's Watchmen's Doctor Manhattan transformation scene. Oh my God, John Osterman turning into Doctor Manhattan is like a perfect scene. It's incredible. The music is incredible. Everything about it is like again, if it's just 85% Watchmen, if even if you don't like the movie, go read the comic book. It's you have to do it. These ones are like you have to. The Wolverine, fuck that movie. Hated that movie. Fell asleep to it. Wonder Woman was like okay. It was fine. I liked it. It's okay. It's fine. X-Men Apocalypse, fuck that movie. Aside from the Quicksilver scene. X-Men Days of Future. Actually, we're gonna just put this off back to back to back. Oh, and I haven't watched X-Men. So yeah, the X-Men verse. It's like literally, it's a toss up, man. X-Men First Class is awesome. X-Men Days of Future Past is awesome. X3 sucks. X-Men Origins Wolverine sucks. X-Men Apocalypse sucks. X2 is good. X1 is good. You know. So the only other ones that are not on the list are The Eternals, which is F. Shang-Chi, which is like E. Don't even fucking watch it. Venom 2, which I already said I would put it in A tier. Tom Hardy eating a lobster is funny. There's a few DC movies I think that are missing. The Suicide Squad I would put in like a B to C. I still think that you should. It's definitely more memorable than the first Suicide Squad. It's so much better. It needed to be like they needed to cut a half an hour from it though. It's way too fucking long. Black Widow F. F. It would be F fucking minus. It was so boring aside from Taskmaster beating the shit out of her. Um. Okay, the only other thing I would recommend that like these ones are you have to watch. I would put the Daredevil TV series, season 1 and season 3. Season 2 kind of sucks, but season 1 and season 3 are just perfection. I love Cox as the Clocks. Charlie Cox as Daredevil. It's good. There's really nothing else I'd recommend for that. Maybe the animated series, but I think that's way too involved. Yeah, it's pretty much I have the only ones that I really need to watch, I guess, are Hellboy. Yeah, pretty much just Hellboy. I mean, Nacho Libre's a superhero movie. I mean, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, that's my superhero movies list. The only thing that I really am looking forward to is No Way Home, but I already said that. The only thing I'm really looking forward to is I guess Doctor Strange, only because I want to see Nicolas Cage like see Doctor Strange getting the shit kicked out of him. He's just like, ah, ah, and his face burning on fire again. But other than that, the MCU's dead. The DCEU is already rebooting itself or killing off fucking why can't I think of Superman? Henry Cavill, yeah. Dude, Henry Cavill is like Superman, dude. He looks exactly like him and he loves being him, and they're just like, "No, we're just killing you off." Ben Affleck's dying, but he hates being Batman, so I don't really blame him for that. The Batman, I'm not really excited for. It could be good, but we've had like how many fucking Batmans, man? Like Adam West, uh, the one from '89. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I know he's the Vulture. Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christopher Nolan's Batman, and then, I mean that's fucking 7 people, and he's gonna keep getting rebooted. But yeah, I think the DCEU is also dead. Oh wait, Joker isn't on here, dude. That was one of the few movies I clapped at. I'd say it's like B plus A minus. Yeah, Joker, Venom 2. There really wasn't anything else. I mean, honestly, I would say all the MCU shows are shit. WandaVision had like 3 good episodes and then it fucking died. Don't even watch it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is atrocious. The retcon that people in the MCU don't get fucking money for saving people when Falcon would literally be one of the most recognizable motherfuckers on planet Earth who helped save the universe. Get the fuck out of here. Plus, all of them are being replaced by women too, and it's going to be annoying. Like, it's not even funny, honestly. I don't think there's even like. I'm not even saying that because I think women can act. I mean, it's a superhero movie, but seriously, I think the amount of women who have taken over is insane. Guardians 3 is going to end them off in the MC universe. Thor, woman, Ant-Man, woman. Spider-Man, I consider him written out. Hulk, She-Hulk, Black Widow, another woman, but that one doesn't really count. But either way, Captain America's a black guy. We don't know what the Fantastic Four lineup's, but it's probably going to be black trans woman in a wheelchair, black trans woman in a wheelchair, Hispanic, black trans woman in a wheelchair. Yeah, Hulk is gone. Iron Man 2. No, Iron Man's gonna be replaced by a woman. Captain America's already replaced by a black dude. Black Panther's replaced by a black woman. Who just texted me? Captain Marvel is getting another woman sidekick. X-Men will probably be 90% women. Honestly, yeah. If you think X-Men is going to be replaced by 90% women, you're out of your fucking mind. Ghost Rider will probably be a woman. Daredevil. Oh, if you think that Echo TV show isn't going to make Daredevil get that's a snot beat out of him every 5 minutes, you're out of your mind. Same with the She-Hulk TV show. It's going to tear him down as a character where he's in the like courtroom and they're debating and She-Hulk's like, "Wow, you're so stupid, Matt Murdock. Don't you know about this random ass law?" And then Matt Murdock's going to be like have the shit kicked out of him. So, and then same with the DCEU. They're replacing fucking, like, Henry Cavill wants to be Superman. I mean, the motherfucker loves Superman. He loves him. And, they're just kicking him out. Replacing him with Superwoman. Supergirl? Superwoman? Either way. Batman, I saw the text, and they're usually not wrong about that stuff. So, Batman's being replaced by a woman. And it's weird because the DC animated universe is like, if they just had the DC animated universe in place of the MCU, that's like a way better series. I don't know what the future holds, but I think after after No Way Home, I already said I'm not watching anything. I'm only watching Doctor Strange because it's Sam Raimi and cameos. After that, they have nothing. I mean, Blade. Oh, dude, if you think they're not gonna politically charge the hell out of Blade, which again, I look at where I put it. Fucking Blade is like, these are movies you have to watch. I love Blade. Blade is a cool. I mean, Wesley Snipes is Blade. They can't get anybody else to replace him. I don't care. Especially like the Fantastic Four. I mean, it's like the third reboot, man. I mean, just get the hell out of here. No one cares. You know, they're like F-list characters in people's minds. Like, I think probably Dr. Manhattan's more popular. At least I've seen him in memes and shit. I mean, the Fantastic Four, no. You know, I think that they will have the MCU and the DCU will probably have one more attempt, which is the multiverse, and DCE and the DCEU is already fucking rebooting itself, honestly. Not that Flashpoint isn't a good series. I recommend you watch the like animated movie. I would definitely put my animated chart here. Like the DC animated universe, 90% of it's in A or B. Honestly, good movies. The Constantine. Oh, there isn't even a Constantine movie here. But the Constantine animated movie City of Demons is like right there. Love Constantine. He's one of my favorite characters actually. So yeah, they have the option of the multiverse, which they are doing in Multiverse of Madness, and then after that they have nothing. They can't they will never bring it back up to the level of good enjoyable fun. No one cares. All the characters are dead that you like, or they're replaced by women who tear down the old characters. Like Kingpin. Like I said, Kingpin got beat by a 5'1", 115-pound woman. That would, I mean, you can't do that. Fisk, like, it destroys him in the Netflix show. It's stupid. I think John Berthal, Punisher, I don't know. I think he said he might not even do it because, like, they're going to make it a PG-13 show. You know, Punisher, PG-13, you know, and that'd be, I kind of want that just so there's 5 Punishers and it'd be really funny. But, yeah, I think that DC and, Marvel have the multiverse, which is it's only going to go for like one movie and then it's over. Like Multiverse of Madness will have like one. You have one more movie to say in the next Infinity War, the next Avengers movie. They'll be like, oh well, the multiverse is at stake. Fine. The multiverse is at stake. I get it. You know, but after that, it'll be like, the only thing that they got is if they beg DC to put them in the same movie and say that that universe is in trouble, and then after that, they literally have nothing, unless they I think Marvel technically owns Kick-Ass and Kingsman and like one other thing, but DC owns V for Vendetta, Watchmen, A History of Violence, which is a fucking it's technically a comic book movie, and put it in fucking A tier, man. A History of Violence is an awesome fucking movie. I don't care what anyone says. That's a good movie. They have the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which is an awful movie, which should be on here, actually, now that I think about it. But, yeah, like I said, they have that option, too. They have that option before the DC crossover, but, I mean, the dude who played Kick-Ass has got to be. That movie came out in like 2012. That dude's got to be like 40 years old by now. So, I don't know. So yeah, I mean you have to at the very least you have to watch Watchmen and Spider-Man 2. I'm putting that shit right there. Um, yeah. Aside from this being a biased pick and this being a very biased pick, I would say this is a pretty fair tier list. Although probably everyone's gonna put, they're gonna put Age of Ultron like better than Venom because God forbid you have a fun, enjoyable time where Tom Hardy's eating a lobster and he's like, "What are you gonna do? Walk me to death?" So, yeah, that was fun. Even though that took me like an hour and 10 minutes, probably. So yeah, that's pretty much it.